Our author in residence, Mo Rocca, has been on the road. Time for us to hear all about it, chapter and verse.
If you want to see this great country of ours, I recommend writing a book and going on tour to promote it. That's what I did. From New York to Seattle to San Francisco. What's behind me? There you go. From the St. Louis Arch. To Ypsilanti, Michigan's water tower, with many stops in between. I spent a lot of time on airplanes. Please let there be overhead space. Sometimes even with legroom. But that's no way to see California's redwoods. For that, I took to the road. So beautiful. Now, don't get me wrong. A book tour is not a vacation. I have to get up now and talk more about the book. There are early mornings. Portland, here I come. And hopefully you won't realize I was wearing the same shirt in Los Angeles. And late nights. Okay, about 3 hours late getting into Miami. It's after midnight. On the other hand, I don't have much to complain about. I mean, I'm in Miami. But it was all worth it to meet the people who came out to hear about the Mobituaries for Lawrence Welk, Sammy Davis Jr., Farrah Fawcett, underrated founding father Thomas Paine, and the station wagon.
Look, children.
Rest in peace, the way back.
Plenty of room.
I talked about my book on TV, on the radio.
Death becomes you, by the way.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
In libraries, and these are a lot of chairs, and in theaters. Meeting people of all ages along the way.
I'm Caroline.
I met a whole bunch of CBS people from across the country. Getting ready to go on CBS and San Francisco, which is launching today. I hope I don't mess it up. And along the way, I bumped into some old friends, too.
Is Mike Hernandez here?
This is what passes for wild in Las Vegas. Right? We both grew up here.
But there was still time to sample the local cuisine.
And in the corner over here, we have hard cider apple fritter.
On a stroll around Portland, I was momentarily confused. In case it wasn't clear, I'm in Portland, Oregon, not Portland, Maine. I happened to be there when the city's Christmas tree arrived. Now, a book tour may sound intellectually exhausting, but physically, it's grueling. All that signing. I do have to say, I'm kind of in love with my official Mo Rocca stamp. I get to pretend I'm a notary public. And let's not forget the occasional one-handed cartwheel with a glass of water in my free hand. No, this was not your typical Q&A.
Whip, crack away, whip, crack away, whip, crack away.
But I did get an ice cream cake for my efforts. Really, who knew book tours come with presents? I love presents. There were flowers.
They're really beautiful, actually. Thank you very much.
Thank you for coming.
I made you a Mo Rocca.
Paperweights, a Scandinavian almond cake,
Scandinavian almond cake.
and artwork that was simply to die for. Writing a book was worth it for this alone.
Oh, poor Mo.
Honestly, Jane, I'm exhausted, and all to sell a book. Have I mentioned it's the perfect holiday stocking stuffer?